Yeah, let me take you through my 10 predictions for the mortgage market in 2019. Now, these are just predictions, call them what you like. I think they're going to happen. I think they'll either be this year or the following year. So this is something that can help you to prepare yourself for the future. So these are my predictions from my research. So these are Paul's predictions. I've got lots of research to prove them, and I really think this is going to make some changes. Now, as a mortgage advisor broker, you need to take these into account, of course, because they will start to make things happen. First of all, then, number one, excuse me, interest rates, percentages. Now, interest rates will probably remain stable this year. We've got Brexit coming up, or some kind of Brexit agreement, so Mark Carney isn't going to start increasing interest rates, although they should be going up really. You can keep them as low as we can. Fixed rates are quite low at the moment, so that's the first sort of prediction as well. The later life market, so you know sort of when you see these things going on, the guy with the walking stick, you see that, don't you, on signposts? Yeah, he's got his walking stick walking along there, you know. I like that bit too. Later life market, really starting to move quickly now. Later life market. We've got products now available to mortgage brokers, regulated equity release advisors. It's a huge area. Every time you watch TV now, you see commercials on the telly advertising this person, this person. They're pretty traditional commercials, actually. They're not very innovative. You got this picture of an old couple in the house, you know, looking very old and grey, and then this smart financial advisor rocks up in his car and helps them through the world. It's just ridiculous advertising. I wish they did innovate that, you know. But it's a big increase on the later life market as well. You've got lenders. Now, at the moment, you've got an oversupply of lenders. There's too many lenders. Again, too many in the market now. An oversupply. Now, when things are oversupplied, price comes down. So there's a lot of competition now from lenders, particularly the specialist lenders. Not talking about open, so the high street bankers. Might see some mergers as well with some of the specialist lenders. So you'll see that this year as well. Great for the mortgage broker, of course. We've talked about open banking. Open banking will mature this year, and it will start to really revolutionise the way that mortgage applications are processed. About time too as well. On the same subject, get a different colour pen there. Conveyancing. The good old lawyer, which of course is the area now that takes the time. You know, we've got a lot of time involved here. There's a big clock there for you. A lot of time involved here, which is very slow, so they're not speedy, are they? So that's going to be revolutionised this year as they start having access to big data. They're going to be digitised more now. For example, wet signatures. Why do we have to sign things nowadays? Why can't we do an electronic signature and then email things to the lawyer rather than have to rock up, make an appointment, sign things on this big oak desk, you know, that kind of palaver. It's all gone now, isn't it? Moved on. We've got, again, a maturing of the mortgage, which is done online only. So here's your laptop there for you. There you go, here's your laptop and keyboard. You've got this mortgage done completely through online methods, so no people. It's done by automated intelligence. There might be people in the background checking things, but the young person who wants to apply for their mortgage, my son for example, 23, 24, he doesn't want to go and see anybody, can't be bothered with that. He'll do it on his phone, on his laptop, and that's going to start growing now. We've got a base of about 5% of mortgages done on that at the moment. I reckon by the end of the year we're approaching the 10% mark. Not everybody, I get that totally. There's always a market for contact with a broker, with a mortgage lender. But you'll see, you know, a few people in the population who really don't see the need to see a person about this. It can be done technology-wise, and it can. I suppose it's probably not the specialist area. It's more sort of vanilla type mortgages, aren't they? We'll get done on that basis as well. A couple of things for you. Apple, of course, we know very well. My partner Shelley, she has an Apple iPhone. That's her iPhone. Now, Apple are going to introduce their VR device this year. You wait, it's going to look lovely. It's going to take things off. Virtual reality, of course, for you and I. At the moment, it's pretty geeky, isn't it? Great big box on your head, you're moving around. You know, you got this big, hello. You know. But the VR will look lovely. It'll connect to your iPhone and it'll allow you to communicate to people via virtual reality. Initially, this will be probably just done on communications, face-to-face people. But estate agents will start to use that more now. Online estate agents will use that. So rather than going onto Rightmove and checking out 10 photographs done with a fisheye lens, you'll be able to literally join the estate agent in the person's house with your VR kit, of course, you're at home, viewing the property as you see it. The estate agent will go through the property with their camera devices, their 360 cameras, and you'll be able to see the whole thing and talk to the estate agent. That'll mean the online estate agents will have a massive competitive advantage, because they will. They're pretty. Of course, brokers, advisors will start using these more and more now. I'll be starting to use these. You'll be able to watch me doing this on a VR device, which you'll see the whole room, see what's going on, and really interact with people. But the Apple one will certainly change things, because they never do products first. They always wait for the product market to mature. They did it with phones. I mean, I got my first smartphone in 2003. Apple introduced it in 2007. Tablets, they introduced about 2010, was it? The tablets have been around for 6-7 years beforehand. iPod, again, I got my first MP3 player in 2000. Tiny little thing it was, very expensive. They introduced their iPod in 2004, so they always wait. And then they produce something which is market leading. That's going to change the fortunes of that company as well. Other predictions for you. I think finally some of the brokers that are out there now, I call them brokers, mortgage advisors, will start to embrace technology much, much more this year. They're aware of it. I was talking or listening to a podcast yesterday in the gym. A guy called Pete Matthew, brilliant guy, does a fantastic podcast if you want to look it up. Fantastic guy. I'd like to meet him one day. And he was interviewing somebody, and they were both talking about the software they both use to work out financial plans for customers. They do all the fact finding, they key in all the details, and the software now produces the financial plan. Brains don't do this anymore. And these two guys are high tech. They're well ahead of things. There's still a lot of mortgage advisors, financial advisors that do the thinking themselves, but use technology to complement your job. That will come more and more this year as well. I'm quite sure of that one. Couple of quick things for you. There's a super complaint going on at the moment. I don't need to know much about this one. The super complaint with the Ombudsman, Financial Ombudsman Service. Now, super complaint is where you have an organisation, typically a government organisation, that does a big complaint rather than an individual. And then the Citizens Advice Bureau have done this complaint against FOS because they're reckoning that existing customers are getting a raw deal. And to get a good deal, you have to be a new customer, don't you? New customers only. If you're an existing customer on standard variable rate, for example, charge 5%, it's a raw deal. And they reckon that a lot of providers are not looking after customers. So I think what you'll find is a lot of attention now will be spent on existing customers from lenders. There'll be some special deals available. So be careful as a broker, because that customer's yours as well. So you need to be keeping in touch with your customer, because lenders will start to give them extra special attention. And the last one for you, I don't know how you feel about this one. It's the ubiquitous face-to-face meetings. So where are we going to squeeze this one in here? Might get a bit of space down here. Here's your face-to-face meeting, where you've got your broker and you've got the customer, and they're talking face-to-face. Now, that's been modelled for years. As a mortgage advisor myself, that's the model I use. But it's gone now. We've got a mortgage broker based up in East Midlands. He jumped in his car, came to see us. I said to him on the phone, look, you don't need to come and see us. I'm happy to deal with video, Zoom calls or whatever. But they all seem to want to come and see you. I think more and more brokers now will embrace video technology now. Skype, whatever it is you want to use. Zoom is a really good one you could use as well. Customers, not all customers of course, don't really need to see you, particularly if you're a meet at customer home kind of broker. Later life market, I'm getting into that myself as an advisor this year. I will be offering the customers a video contact technology to talk to me about it. Later life customers have often got the time to look at technology, and they're very good at it too. So you don't need to do face-to-face meetings. So I think a lot of brokers will acquiesce, if you like, it's a good word for you, and make that. So there's my 10 predictions for 2019. Let's see if they work out this year as well.